What's up, guys? Today we're talking about people with authority biases and how much it annoys everyone. So, what do we mean when we're talking about authority biases? Well, essentially, what that is the display of favoritism in an authoritative position. So, your bosses, your managers, supervisors, showing favoritism towards others, or just being a lot more strict to the ones that they don't like, or they're trying to prove some sort of point. You can have authority biases in relationships as well when it comes to more of a totalitarian methodology in terms of which person in the relationship has to always be right, has to dictate the terms and conditions to the relationship, whether that be scheduling activities, the environment in which the relationship can occur, everything like that. Those types of factors, they play into it. That's basically what we're talking about today. Go over a couple of examples of that. So if you have a boss, manager, supervisor, however whatever their official position is, and they're taking absolute moot points that don't actually matter. Say you're having personal conversations with your coworkers or something to that effect. Maybe you're, maybe you check your watch too much, or maybe you're just you're doing stuff that's not necessarily part of your job, but it's also not impeding your ability to do your job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but these people are pointing these things out and attacking you for it. Okay, and meanwhile, of course, you see your other coworkers getting away with the same thing that you're doing. Well, that's an authority bias, because what they're doing is they're abusing their authority to selectively punish people rather than being fair about it towards the entire staff as a collective. That is one example of it that can annoy the hell out of some people. What's your take?
Well, everything that you said has happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks. I mean, you are doing your job and it is not impeding on your job. I understand it's maybe not always an okay thing. It's not always a right thing to do, is to be on your phone or your watch or talking to whomever for how a period amount of time, whatever. But it still doesn't affect my job. I still do the job, and it's funny when you say others do exactly the same things. They do. It doesn't really matter where you work. They all do the same things, and sometimes I feel it's they're just better at, I don't know, playing the game or rigging the system, I guess. And I'm just not. I'm very, I don't know, honest, right? So it's not that I don't care if I get caught doing, I do, but I don't. Sometimes it's just it might sound bad, but it's I care, but at the same time I don't care. It's there's just, they always seem to pay attention to the crap you're not doing right, and then they don't pay attention to the stuff you are doing right.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do the best job out of everybody there and still get in shit the one or few times, whatever it is, that I'm doing on something I'm doing wrong or whatever. It doesn't seem to matter how good you are at your job or what you do right or anything like that. They'll say, oh yeah, good job, and then they'll give you a shit right after that. It's there's just no point. It's they're looking. It's there's a target on your back. And
they'll give you shit 9 times from Sunday, and then the one time they give you a compliment, there's always a but at the end of the compliment. It's never, hey, you need to improve on here, but you're doing good over here. It's always, do better, blah, 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 blah. And then next thing you know, it's oh, you did really good there, but also you suck here. Yeah. See, when I was doing management back at the old company that I used to work for, I remember I actually got called out for being biased at one point in time. And the person in question said that, oh, I don't give everybody else shit for being on their phones. Truth is, no, I didn't give the other people shit for being on their phones, but there was a reason. So when I saw other people on their phones, I didn't give them shit because all of their job tasks were done. They would drop their phone immediately whenever a customer walked in. So no, I never gave him shit for being on the phone. The one guy who said that I was, while he never got his job duties done, he would be on his phone with customers in the store not being helped. And it's like, that's why you're getting shit.
Yeah.
It's like, sometimes it's justifiable because it's not a bias. It's just a simple matter of they're doing it. But sometimes when it is a bias, you can definitely tell because people will be doing the exact same shit, but only specific people are getting in trouble for it.
Exactly, but that's my my point though too. Is, you know, say I am on my phone, like if I'm doing a certain task where it's like you can kind of be on your phone, like it's like kind of a job where there's not a lot going on, and you know, as soon as a customer comes in, I drop my phone or whatever I'm doing, I put it down and I help that customer. And, you know, normally, like what you said, it wouldn't be an issue because I am helping them. Like, I put it down, whatever I'm doing, whether that's on my phone, reading, drawing, whatever it is, I put it down and I help that customer. And then when they're all helped and there's no other customers, then I go back to whatever I was doing. But it's like, I do that, but if somebody, you know, either does that or worse, like they say, oh, one moment, or they just put their finger up because they're texting on their phone. Like, I don't do that. But yet, those people that do those things, like, yeah, okay, they may have gotten in shit, but why is it that I'm always constantly getting shit when everybody else is doing the exact same thing?
Yeah, well, what
like,
gets me is
targeted, and that's bullshit.
Yeah, well, what gets me is there'll be people out there who meander throughout the day and they don't get in shit whatsoever. And then there's that one person who, you know, busts their ass all day long, but of course, the one time they stop to check their phone, they get busted.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, so.
Yeah, they don't realize you're a good.
People wonder why it's like hard to find workers and stuff like that, and it's like, or why they can't find people who like work hard. Well, frankly, when you're treating people like shit, they're not gonna stick around.
No.
And furthermore, most people in their jobs nowadays, they're not passionate about that.
No.
Okay, like I don't know. I'm sure everybody that works in, I'm sure like 90% of people who work in like grocery stores, they're not passionate about groceries. They're not going like,
no.
You know, like obviously they're going to take some pride in their work, but they're not passionate about that. And if you want people to be, you know, productive in something that they're not passionate about, you have to give them like good compensation. You have to give them good motivation. Like you have to be like, okay, yes, nobody likes stocking grocery shelves. But you know what?
No.
Maybe the place you work at is fun because everybody is like good to work with and you get to go somewhere and have like social things. Everybody can be passionate about something social.
Yeah.
And that can make something you're not passionate about fun, which makes you more productive. And like I get it, like we need people working in grocery stores. Like, that's just life. But when those types of places, when you work in those types of places, it is that much more important that management be very like, you know, attentive and open and caring and motivated themselves to like harbor a good environment, because nobody's out there being like, oh yeah, I get to stock the shelves. No, people are like, yeah, I'll do it, whatever.
Yeah.
Get that paycheck. So you gotta make it fun, and a lot of places don't do that. A lot of places do not do that. People take their personal issues, or they take work issues and blow them up, and they bring them in and they project them onto people who don't fucking deserve it ever.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it's like I said, like with that, like putting all their personal issues onto you, it's like it's almost like they're upset, and then they're like just kind of walking around wherever just to find if someone's doing something wrong, you know, whether it's big, small, whatever. It's almost like they have like a quota, and it just drives me nuts. The fact that they're going around trying to find people that are doing things wrong is ridiculous. They should be going around finding what people are doing right and be like, hey, good job on this. Because guess what? Instead of giving somebody shit for something that they're doing wrong, when you give someone like, I don't know if it's a praise or
praise, positive reinforcement.
Positive reinforcement, like it's going to actually get rid of that bad behavior. Getting in shit for bad behavior, that's just going to invoke more bad behavior because we're going to be pissed.
Yeah, you're reducing their tolerance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't understand why management and people in general just don't understand this, because if you, like I said, give positive reinforcement, you're going to get positive, like, results back.
Yeah.
You know, you can't keep giving shit. And when you give them shit, oh my god, don't talk to them like they're nothing to you, like they're just a number. Don't talk to them like you are better than them. Don't talk to them like
they don't matter at all.
Yeah, don't be like, I'm better than you and you have to listen to me because I'm a manager and an authority and all this bullshit. No.
Half the people in management's positions across any industry, they didn't actually earn their position. They just fell ass backwards into it anyway.
Very true. Yep.
Or they got it for like seniority purposes or something like that, or they were the only one who applied
Which
for it.
does not make them better than anybody else. Like they just got kind of lucky, and then they take it and have power trips thinking that they're just freaking better than you, when in reality, chances are they're not, and they probably don't even really know what the hell they're doing anyway.
Yeah.
Like they just, you know, like I said, it feels like a quota, and then you go to work and you're just like, oh great, what am I gonna get in shit in today? Like that's literally what you think. You go to work and you're just like, another day, another day full of getting in shit. Let's see what else I can do wrong.
And you know what's sad is that when it's this hard on this bias too, it doesn't matter if you keep your nose to the grindstone or stay off the radar or just fly low and do your job. If they're out targeting you, they will find something, anything. You slip up even once, and then they're on you. Like,
but that's ridiculous.
It doesn't even matter.
But that's absolutely ridiculous. Like that,
and like, we're not saying any of this to be like, don't go to work for the places. We're saying management can do better. Okay.
Yep.
If people, honest to God, if people are doing shit wrong, or if they're being lazy or neglecting their job or abusing something, yes, coaching needs to happen. You need to talk to them. They need to be straightened up. But it's got to be fair. Okay, we're not talking like, and you know what? Don't give me that. Don't come in the comments below and say life's not fair. Don't give me that bullshit because you know what? You're right. Life's not fair. But that doesn't mean it gives you a right to be a dick to other people. Okay?
Yeah.
Everybody's life has something.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can sit here and say like, well, I have all these problems. Guess what? There's 7 billion people on the fucking planet.
Yeah.
At least 1 billion of them have the same problems.
Yeah, but that's what's funny is they're all hypocrites though, because they tell you not to bring your shit into work,
and then
but yet they do it, and then you get in shit because their life's all crap. Well, fuck that and fuck them.
Yeah.
Like, because that's bullshit. Yeah. You cannot be like that to people. I don't care even if they work there or it's just some random on the street or whatever. Don't treat people like that.
Yeah.
Because,
exactly.
Yeah.
If you got problems in your life, let's see. Stimulate the fucking economy. Go pay a therapist. Okay. Do therapy. Do counseling. Do group sessions. Do individual sessions. Go for a fucking hike.
Mm-hmm.
Do something productive in a positive manner to fix your shit. Stop brooding about it. Stop. This mentality gets me, and that it's where people say, well, you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do and grit and bear it and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you know what? No. Okay. Two things you do. Okay. You do things for yourself and you do things for others. Okay. You be positive. And if you can't be positive, then just do you until you can fix it and be positive. Okay. The other aspect that people need to understand about life and how it really needs to actually start working is you are not entitled to pretty much anything. Okay? Yeah. So
you have to work for everything. Like everything.
Yeah.
And I don't just mean material things. It's even like for trust and respect. Like respect.
Oh, respect is huge. That's there's like a level where it's just like, don't be a dick to strangers. That's all you give people. The rest is earned.
Yeah.
The rest is all earned with that. And honestly, like, even I look at like how people are so easily triggered. They want everything, but they refuse to give it, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
it doesn't work that way.
It's like you look at anything, people are like, well, this triggers me, I don't like it. Well, that triggers me, I don't like it. Well, this is who you have to do that. No, I'm just going to leave you alone because you know what?
The world doesn't
You're too much effort for me.
Yeah, but the world doesn't revolve around them. Like, I don't, it's not That we don't care what triggers you, but it's not only you in this world. There's different things that trigger you. There's different things that trigger me. There's different things that trigger everybody. But guess what? We're not all here just to like adapt to you and your surroundings. Like, fuck that.
Right.
That's not happening. You have to learn how to control your own shit around other people.
And if you can't learn how to control your shit, you severely need to not be in a position of power, because you will be the person who's the bias when it comes to these types of authorities, because the one person who is prettier than you or is smarter than you or whatever, you're going to take that all personally, get all prideful, and you're going to attack them, and that's not okay. That person did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Leave them be. Okay? Leave them be.
But that's the thing, they can't.
No,
they can't. It's almost like it's like an adrenaline rush for them. Like, they like it, and that's what's really fucked up.
Oh, they're feeding off of their own self-validation.
It's mess, and it needs to stop. You know, everyone's wondering why like things can't get better, and they just constantly blame other people as to why, when it's actually probably more of a group.
Yeah.
A group thing.
Well, fixing things is a give and take, but nobody's willing to give.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, like if you want to all coexist and cohabitate and have everything, that's fine, but you've got to give people something too. You can't just take. Like,
don't say that you're like a team with people when you're not even a team player, when you're basically, like we said, if your idea of a team is just to go and get your quota for giving people shit. That's not a team. That's just not a team.
No, barking orders and bossing people around and tearing people down is not a team, okay? A team works together. There's a reason why, I don't know who did it. Somebody came up with the acronym, Together Everyone Achieves More. It's corny, but it's kind of true. And the reality is, when you're sitting there barking down at people and talking down and tearing people apart, you're not doing anything together. Okay, you're doing it at them. You're holding them back. And ultimately, whoever is the one thinking they're better than everybody else and doing that, you're the problem.
Of course, 100%, but sometimes people don't actually, either they don't, admit that they think that they're better than everyone else, or they can't even see that they're acting that they're better than anyone else. But at that point though, if someone comes up to you, or a bunch of people, if one person or a bunch of people come up to you, or not even up to you, behind your back, which is not good, but besides the point, if there are things being said that are very, very similar, chances are you probably should take a look at yourself and just kind of see if these people are, what they're saying is true, and it's not that these people are trying to tear you down. It's just something that everybody can see that's a similar thing, and sometimes you just kind of have to go look at it and see if they are right, and if they're not, then screw them. But if they are, then just work on it. You're not the only person that has had that. I mean, I've had that. I'm pretty sure you've probably had that, and that way you grow, right? And then you become a team again. But
I've had people tell me that where my weaknesses lie and stuff like that, and that's fine. I'll work on it. As long as you give me some sort of valid reason to why that's a thing, I'll work on it.
Well, yeah, but you listen.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that's a wrap on part 1 of this series. We hope you enjoyed it, and that you come back and check us out next week for part 2 of 3 of this series. So with that being said, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons down below, as well as the notification bell, so that you never miss a new video. And remember to keep it simple and stay humble. Bye.